Hello everyone. Our today's topic is mensuration. We have learned about perimeter of rectilinear plane figures and their areas, like perimeter of a triangle, sum of all three sides. Perimeter of rectangle, twice the sum of length and the breadth. Perimeter of a square, 4 into sides. Now in this we will learn about perimeter of circle. Perimeter of circle is called circumference. We learn in detail. The perimeter of a circle or the length of its boundary is called the circumference. Here it is shown with this thread. Circumference is approximately 3 times of its diameter. Actually, the perimeter and the diameter of a circle bears a constant ratio. That is, circumference upon diameter always comes a same value, which is called constant, and this is nothing but called as pi. Let us perform an activity here to prove this. Taking the circumference of this container and the diameter of this container. When we measure the lengths of these two, it always come constant. Circumference and diameter of this. Let us take one more example. Circumference of this Fevicol bottle and diameter of this bottle is taken. And when we measure them, their ratio is also constant. If we denote circumference as c and diameter as d, so this constant as pi. Pi is a Greek letter and its value is 22/7, or we can say 3.14 approx. When we multiply this d to pi, it will be c. Circumference is equals to pi d. And we know diameter is equals to double the radius. So we replace this d in this formula by twice of r, 2r. And we get the formula of circumference of the circle. So it is c equals to 2 pi r. Circumference is equals to 2 pi r. Now moving in the topic, let us revise the area of the given rectilinear figure. Area of rectangle, we know its length into breadth. Where if we need to find the length of the rectangle, we divide the area by its breadth. And if we want to find breadth of the rectangle, we divide the area by its length. Area of a square is equals to side into side, or we can say side square. And if we want to find the side of a square, we take the under root of area. Note that unit of area is 1 centimeter square, which is the area of the one small square, which is 1 centimeter. Now, what is the area of 4 walls of a room? Let us find out with the help of activity. If we see, this is a model of room I have shown here, where this is a roof and I am removing it now. And we can only see now the 4 walls of the room. And I am going to cut these one corner of this wall. So here in front of us, we have the net of the 4 walls, avoiding the ceiling and the floor. So this is the longer side, this is the breadth of the room, this is the length of the room, and this is the breadth of the room. So we can say this is, if we consider this as a big rectangle, so this is the length and this is the breadth. So length into breadth is the area of this big rectangle. So what we will say, area of 4 walls is twice of the length plus breadth, twice of the length plus breadth, and multiply by its height. This is the height. So area of 4 walls means twice of length plus breadth into height. Area of paths and verandas. It is the difference between the areas of two rectangles. The outer rectangle and the inner rectangle. So if we subtract the area of inner rectangle from the area of the outer rectangle, this is the area of inner rectangle which I have removed after cutting. So this is nothing but the area of paths and veranda. Area of outer rectangle minus area of inner rectangle. It can be a square also, this can be a circle also. In case of circle, this circular path is called as annulus. Area of crossroads. Area of horizontal road we first find out, and then we take the area of vertical road, and then we subtract the area of common road. This is the common road which is counted in horizontal road and in vertical road as well. So it has counted twice when we found the area of horizontal and vertical roads. So we will subtract from the sum of the area of the two roads, we subtract the area of common road. This is called the area of crossroads. Now we learn about area of parallelogram. What is the area of parallelogram? We derive this formula with the help of area of rectangle. What is the area of rectangle? L into B, the length multiplied by its breadth. And what is the area of parallelogram? We give a slight cut in this rectangle and we split it and then we shift it and we join it like this. So the length is converted into the base and the breadth of this rectangle is converted now into the altitude, that is the corresponding height. So what is the area of parallelogram? It is base into corresponding height. This is the base and this is the corresponding height, or it is also called as altitude. Area of triangle. With the help of area of parallelogram, we derive the area of triangle. Let us see. Area of parallelogram we know as we have derived base into height. So here a parallelogram is shown and this is cut from diagonal and we get two triangles here. So what is the area of parallelogram? We have just made it half. So half the area of parallelogram is equal to the area of triangle. So we can say area of triangle is equals to half into base into height. Area of equilateral triangle is something different. It is under root 3 by 4 a square, where a is equals to side. Area of quadrilateral. If we say this is a quadrilateral, yes, we know parallelogram is also quadrilateral. So half the area of this parallelogram, we can find out what is the area of this quadrilateral. We add the area of two triangles in it. So half into diagonal multiplied by the sum of offsets. Sum of offsets is here nothing but the altitudes of the two given triangles. These are the altitudes of the two given triangles. So this is the base, this is the height, This is the base and this is the height. So when we add them, we get this formula finally. We derive it. Last but not the least, the area of the circle. We know this is a circle. We do paper folding work here. We get, by one fold we get a semicircle, by two folds we get a 4/4 circle, and further we fold it and we get sectors here. And then we label them. We mark them 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And if we want, we can fold it for more times also. We mark them. We cut them into pieces. And we arrange them in such a way that all sectors seems to be a parallelogram here. And if we increase the number of these 8 sectors to 16 and 32 and so on, each arc which is shown here, it will be reduced and this side will be a straight side now. So with the help of area of parallelogram, we derive the area of circle. We know area of parallelogram is equals to base into height. And here in this parallelogram, the base is nothing but the half of the circumference. So 2 pi r is the circumference and we make half of it. So this is the base and this is the height. And height is here the radius. This is the radius of the circle. So we replace them. Base we write half into 2 pi r and h means the r. So we cut 2 and 2, so pi r and r are left, which is nothing but the area of circle, which is pi r square. And if we want to find out the radius of the circle, then we find the under root of area divided by pi. Thanks for watching.